Passing Energy with your host, Priest. With your host, Priest. When the smoke starts yapping, that's it. Priest. And that's it. Prepare to be enlightened and entertained. And that's it.
Hey guys, Priest here, and welcome to another episode of Passing Energy. So, in today's episode, I'm going to be discussing the situation that's going on with Brian Mcknight. He is a famous singer from the 90s, and he's currently going viral over an old post that he made last year that somehow resurfaced of him praising his stepchildren and acting like he doesn't have any other children besides his stepkids. This is what he posted up, guys, on social media. He said, "Today we celebrate you, Jules. On your birthday, your mom and I couldn't be prouder of you, and I couldn't ask for a better daughter than you. Happy birthday to the best daughter ever. Love you, Zillion." People's like, best daughter and best daughter ever had, etc., etc. People like, wait a minute, hold on. You have a next daughter.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Which is crazy. And on top of that, he wrote in his bio of his Instagram, father of Julia, Jack, Kyoko, and Brian Kyoto. I don't know, I'm good at pronouncing these goddamn names. But anyway, I'm going to post on the screen, and for the people of the podcast, good luck. He listed off of these children with some of his stepkids, and he have one biological child from his, I believe, Hawaiian wife. These are the rest of his kids: Brian Mcknight Jr., Brianna Knight, and Nico Mcknight, and Clyde. Those are his other children that he included out of his bio.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Then in another post he wrote, "Jules, I became a girl's dad because of you. I couldn't have asked for a better daughter. Here's to you, Jules. The perfect daughter I always wanted." Wow. It's crazy that he's writing this. Like I said in my TikTok, guys, follow me, Host Priest, on TikTok, Instagram. I'm trying to get my Instagram back up and running. But anyway, follow me on all the socials, please, and thank you. Like I said in my TikTok, I mentioned how people are saying that we're overusing the word gaslighting and narcissist. I'm going to focus on gaslighting. This is what you call gaslighting, because you're putting something out there knowing that's going to hurt the person who is initially for. Because him acknowledging, writing all this, saying, "Oh, you made me girls that," just you could praise your stepchildren without having to throw salt on your other kids. Now, I don't know the issue so deep with Brian Mcknight and his biological children, but it's just crazy to know that he's going on his way to just disrespect him as a father. That's why I always tell people, not everyone's supposed to be a parent. But the fact that you don't have the maturity to say, you know what, I might not be good with my kids, we're not on speaking terms, they're still my kids, but I gotta love them from afar. What you could do, certain family members, I could love you from afar, but I'm not gonna erase the time we had together. You know, and the fact that you as a father, as a man, the leader of the house, you're going out your way to make sure your children understand that you don't exist to them no more.
You can pack your things and leave. There's the door. There's the door, bitch!
And what's even more crazy is the fact that he has a brand new child with his now wife. He named his child Brian Jr. His first son is named Brian Jr. That is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. When someone wrote Brian, I said, "No colored." That's funny. Oh, Brian Mcknight said, "All the color kids to the back, out the room." It just shows the immaturity of Brian Mcknight as a grown man at his big age. Like DGG say, at your big age.
41?
Yeah.
Like, what the who at your big age?
Right.
That's how you talk?
Yes, at your big age. He's what, Brian Mcknight, what, in his 50s? Like, I don't understand that. And when we had to realize, and I'm not trying to paint Brian Mcknight kids as saints, because the guys, I don't know the story. But when they say it's more than one person talking, it gotta be a little truth to them. So all of your kids, all your biological kids that looks like you, have an issue with you. You don't feel that something's wrong? And to be with a woman, for her to willingly stay with a man who publicly distances his kids by writing stuff just to jab them. Because that's not really for the stepkids. That's the job to the biological children. That is what that's for. And that's sad and that's sickening. And Brian Knight, you're such a fool that you don't even realize that you're hurting your stepkids, because now people are gonna attack your stepkids and your wife because of stuff you dealing with. You including them in this hurt and everything. They just want to live their life, and now you bring them in this nonsense. The media and everyone else is gonna attack them. Now their name and pictures are circulating around over negativity because of your immaturity as a grown man. People to realize your kids don't owe you nothing. A lot of parents believe that my children to come to me. If any type of friction between me and my kids need to come to me. They to kiss the ring. That's how a lot of people, especially in my community, like guys, it could be in other communities, but as a black man, I only speak from black experience. If we gonna amend stuff, they gotta fix it. They gotta make it right. I look at an old video that he said,
hey guys, it's Brian Mcknight here. I've been traveling about 17 hours to Guam. I have a concert tonight, and I got off the plane to some of the most heinous craziness I've ever seen in my life. That my oldest son, Brian, would post that I'm abandoning my children. And the reason why, I suppose, is because I have a new family, and I guess this stems from a post that I made the other day about my son Jack, who I'm very proud of, which isn't to say I'm not and haven't been proud of my other children, but I was proud of this one for the things that he did that day. But we'll get back to that in a second. Anyone who knows me knows over the last 20 years, 30 years now as a matter of fact, that I've been there for my children every step of the way until recently. And let's be clear, my two sons are 30 and 27, not 12, not 13, but 30 and 27. Now my daughter's about to turn 18. That's another story I'll get to in a second. I've never missed a day of child support. I've never done anything adverse to my children whatsoever. I've always been there. I've always been there with advice, whether they took it or not. I've always been the sounding board, and I've always been the one that tried to help them achieve whatever dreams they were wanting to reach out for. I guess one of my only faults is that I gave my children everything that I didn't have in the hopes that they would appreciate it, because I know how much I would have appreciated it.
Child support don't equate love. Anyone can pay child support. I feel like when you even bring up child support, that just shows me that you don't have no connection to these children. Your love for these children is just like a burden, like, oh, I just paying, just get them dealt with and move on. I would never bring up how, oh, I'm paying child support. Like, that don't mean anything. And for them to say, oh, these children getting too old. But these grown man and woman that you boasting about, they over the age of 18. And they're not even biologically yours. What are you talking about? I don't know if it's a colorism issue, whatever issue you have at home. But on top of that, whatever internal issues, but sprinkle a little colorism. That's my opinion on why he's praising these children so amazingly. At your big ears, gaslighting so immaturely. I hope your wife ain't too scared to say to you, these posts affecting the children. That even if you don't care about Brian Knight's biological children, think about your kids and the negative stuff he's bringing to your table. He could not have to do all this. He could have just said, happy birthday, I love you, etc. All that. You made me a girl's dad. You're the best child I ever had. You're playing people's emotions. Realize that society has changed a lot. We are seeing now, we all come together and realize how toxic our family homes were. All the black community around the world are coming together and realize, wow, we live the same life. So you writing all these toxic gaslighting things. We all are seeing, we realize this ain't right. This ain't the 90s. This ain't the early 2000s where you could do stupid things and people wouldn't care. We are now becoming a little too sensitive, but we're becoming more in tune with our feelings, with our emotions. We are now in tune to and traumatizing things we experienced as children in our own community, in our own homes. And Brian Knight, I'm sorry, but you deserve to get flare up. Welcome to 2023. So, sir, fix it. Fix your relationship with your children, because those children were the ones who gave you the title father, not your stepkids. The level of hate you have to write that, knowing that your 4 kids that look like you, is insane. And trust and believe me, your fan base, we's the one that keep you relevant. And if we ain't messing with you, that lifestyle that the Hawaiian woman accustomed to, she will leave you as soon as she realize, oh, the money train drying up. When the money train start to dry up, she say, oh, you ain't relevant no more. Let me, Aki, time to go. Because you messing up my lifestyle. I thought I was going to be smooth sailing. And he had to repossess that BMW, whatever he bought that girl. Because now what? To find them, he ain't fooling with you. Anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think about this toxic situation with Brian Mcknight, who clearly is in a desperate need of a therapy session. We got to heal. Raising kids aren't easy, but guys, come on. This ain't a way to go. And they always say, age don't bring maturity, and I witnessed that time and time again. Age only bring wrinkles, not maturity, not wisdom, unfortunately. But like I said, let me know what y'all think. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube. Please, if you're listening to the podcast service, please follow this podcast. Streaming service you're listening on, please follow. Let's build a community. Peace.